Welcome everybody to another episode of Maryamsjoyfullife podcast. I'm super excited to be here today. Today is a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are so amazing. You guys, on this episode, I'm trying to have like a new way of greeting you people because this is my podcast and I don't want it to sound like my vlogs because you guys know I've been a vlogger for a long time. I enjoy vlogging. Filming, showing you guys what I'm about, daily vlogs, travel vlogs, and everything that I do, even reviews and cooking vlogs. But my podcast is really about life based on my own experiences and what I'm learning and how I can make it be of help to those of you who might be currently going through certain things that I have been through in my life. So, you guys, hold on. All right, I need to relax. I want to relax right now. Sorry. I'm pregnant and when I sit up, I get uncomfortable sitting up for a long time. So I'm just going to relax right here and we're going to talk. And today's podcast is going to be amazing. You guys are going to get a lot of benefit from this. And if you're getting a lot of benefit from my podcast, remember you can work with me one-on-one. I do have one-on-one sessions, consultations if you want to. And ways to do that are in the description box below. Also, make sure you subscribe to this podcast as well so that you don't miss any episodes that I post. And when I go live, you don't miss it. Currently, I'm doing a live for 7 days from December 1st to December 7th, where we go live, we meditate, and then we amplify our focus and just pour a lot of powerful spiritual energy into our goals and what we want. Because no matter what it is that you're looking for, I know right now we're in the month of December and it seems like it's over and goals that you had from the start of the year, it's like nothing is happening and you're almost tempted to give it up. I know that it can happen like this. You know what I mean? We can have that unbelievable miracle and breakthrough in December. So the intention for doing the 7 days of meditation and amplifying our goals is to draw in spiritual help, to really focus on it, and manifest it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. But today's episode really is one that I really love to talk about because it goes to show how powerful your dream can be when you let it. So what I chose to title this is your dream big enough? Is your dream big enough? That's what I chose to title today's episode. And with this episode, my intention is to draw your attention back to your dream and your focus back to you. That's the intention. And as I draw your attention back to your dream and your focus back to you, what begins to happen is you notice that doors begin to open, opportunities. You get the right information at the right time and you begin to take action in the direction of that dream. And you notice that little pieces will start coming together that will lead you towards that dream. And one thing I am going to advise you for real, because it's from many experiences that I've had, is you need to let go of the idea of how you think your dream is going to come through because you don't know how. When you focus on the how, you're trying to control it. And when you control it, what comes of it is frustration and disappointment. It will, I can bet you, 100% not come about the way that you think it's going to. Because if you know how to bring about your dream, it's not a dream. The dream is not big enough. It's not big enough. And it's not going to be as hard as you're thinking it's going to be either. When you let go and you do the part that you can do, which according to my coach, Arash Vossoughi, when you focus on the processes of success takes care of itself. All you got to do is just master your processes, your craft. Get good at what you're doing. Make it your second nature. Just keep the processes up. Focus on what you want. And focus on what you can do. Like you say, it's your morning routine and your evening routine. So your success and that goal that you have, the manifestation of it is going to be as a result of the processes, not as a result of the projections you're making, thinking about who's going to help me, where is it going to come from. Don't think about the who or the where. Just think about the what. What is it that you want? So with today's episode, I really want to bring our focus back to us. Bring our focus back to us and our eyes back to our dreams. All right. So in order to go deep into this, I want to tell you guys a story. And this story is about me. It's my own personal experience. As you guys know, I'm in the United States. I live here and I have been here for 14 years. Up, it'll be 15 next year sometime. But I'm going to tell you guys how this dream came about. I remember playing basketball back in Nigeria, going to school. I saw people go and come back from the US. They had scholarships. Scouts would come in and scout them and send, give them what you call scholarships to go play basketball in the US. And pretty much I saw how it was changing people's lives. I wanted that. I was playing, getting good at my craft, noticing teammates and people who were making it. I was like, wow, I'd like this. I'd like this. Now for me, I don't know if you're the same. I've always had haters for no reason. Wherever I find myself, I always try to give my best. I don't try to kiss people's ass. You know how there are some people who kiss ass? I don't like to kiss ass. I just like to do my best. If you ask me to do something and you know what I mean, what they call contribute, I like to contribute to the best that I can. And some people find that threatening. There are some people who don't give their best, who find it threatening when you give your best. Well, I've always been in situations where some people just find it easy to be jealous of me and lie against me and pick up fights with me. So anyways, when I had the intention, I wanted to come to the US. Now, people were being invited to different camps with scouts from the United States and coaches coming to check out players and offer them scholarship. The coach I was playing for at that time, he never invited me. I mean, he knew, because he was the biggest coach in Nigeria at the time. So he had the ability to invite me to camps, but he didn't. He didn't invite me. There were coaches. These coaches couldn't just come to the players directly. They would have to go through their coaches to invite you over. So they were not inviting me. And I had teammates who were mocking and laughing at me, saying, oh, they're going to camps and they're going to get scholarships and I'm just going to be left behind for no reason. And it was hurtful. I felt like I should have been invited because I was working hard. I was good. But the opportunities were not coming. Even this guy that I knew who was drafted into the NBA and also started hosting his camps, inviting people and giving them scholarships. The guy never invited me to his camp. I never got an invite to those camps. I was like, why? What's wrong with me? Because I know there's nothing wrong with me. I'm kind. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty nice person. But it was not meant to be them. It was not meant to be them. I had this dream and I saw a way that it could happen. But the way that I saw that it could happen, it was not happening that way. In fact, I even had one of the coaches that I was playing for tell me to my face, I'm going to make sure I tell them bad things about. In fact, y'all, let me tell you, this guy told me to my face that one of the coaches, the scout, saw me play and wanted to invite me to a camp. And he told them that I'm not ready. That's what he told me to my face. But he told them that all the other people on the team, who I felt like I was better than, they were ready. But I was not. So he said that to me so he could make me feel bad about myself and feel like my destiny was in his hand. But I didn't believe it. I was upset, but I let it go. You know what I mean? What I did was, instead of allowing myself to feel bad about it, to be upset, to hate on him, I just poured all of that frustration into getting better at my game. I kept playing. I kept practicing. I kept doing the best that I could. I refused to allow what he said and what the other teammates were gossiping, because there's a lot of gossip. Were a lot of gossips on my team. It's like the team thrived on gossips, And I was always a good topic to gossip about. But anyways, all of these things were happening. And I was like, God, well, why me? I didn't do anything to deserve this. I really want this opportunity. But I couldn't show up at the camp that I was invited to. I didn't want to be disgraced and embarrassed. You know what I mean? So I didn't allow all of that distraction around me to keep me from still pouring myself into the game. I kept practicing. I kept going out in the hot sun, kept working out, didn't let that bother me. It came to mind. It wasn't easy, but I just kept going because I wanted to play the game. You know what I mean? I wanted to go somewhere, but I didn't know what other way to go. All right. So I remember one day, see, this was going on for years. You know what I mean? And I just kept playing. I kept seeing people go in and out of camps, in and out of the American embassy and getting their visa to come to the US, but I was still left behind. I was like, wow. And I'd have a lot of people who would watch my game and they were like, wow, you should be in college, playing college, WNBA and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that too, but no opportunities. I don't know what to do. So everybody's like, I had people who were wishing me well, and then people within my circle who didn't really want me to succeed. They were not wishing me well. So Let me sit up now. I think it's time for me to sit up. So anyway, this chair just makes it easy for me to lounge back. Anyways, back to the story. While all of that was going on, I would have been disappointed and given up and said, you know what, it's never going to happen. Oh gosh, these were the only people that could have helped me, but they're not helping me out. Obviously, they are lying against me and they don't want to invite me. So if I thought that that was the only way I could have made it to the US, then it would have been the only way. I would have given up. But I didn't let what they were saying to stop me. So one day, I remember, this was at Ahmadu Bello University back in Zaria, Nigeria. I was just practicing. So I had one of the players on the team who was a guy. So he had told me 2 people from the team had actually traveled. They were twins. They had actually made it to the United States. And they were there. They asked about me, and he had told them that I'm still there. They're like, what is she doing? Mariam is so good. Mariam should be here playing in college. And then he told me, they said, if these people are not going to invite you to their camps, there is a way you can do it. Go online and reach out to those coaches directly. You can find their emails. As soon as he gave me that idea and told me this is what they said. Oh, he said they wanted to talk to me. So he called them on the phone and I spoke to them on the phone and they told me, Mariam, why are you sitting there wasting away? This is what you need to do. As soon as they gave me that idea, I was like, wow, so that's another way I could do it. I had access to the internet. So I started going to the internet. And you guys, funny enough, I was dating this dude it was just wrong for me in every way. Just terrible. Just the wrong person. But I guess my self-esteem at that time, which is another story for another day, it was low. You know what I mean? In terms of like, ugh. But anyways, instead of applying to colleges for myself, I was actually applying for this idiot that was sitting next to me that I was dating. And then I decided, you know what, I need to start applying to these coaches for myself. So I started applying. I would send emails and say, you know what, I can play. I would like the opportunity to come to college. If you want a tape, I can send you videos of myself playing and then you get to decide. Y'all, I sent a ton of emails. I wasn't getting a lot back. I got 2 emails. One asked me to go take a test that I didn't need. You know what I mean? It's like English it's called ESL, English as second language. Like Nigeria, we speak English, so there's no need for me to go take a test in English when I'm already like fluent in English. And then the other one was like, okay, I'm gonna have a professor call you and analyze your ability to communicate and everything, and then we can go from there. So this professor called me. Actually, let me backtrack. Before he asked the professor to call me, he asked me if I had my travel documents. I was like, yes, I do. At that time, I didn't even have my passport yet. I knew I was going to go get my passport ready. I was like, yep, I have my travel documents. And then he said, how soon do you want to be here? I said, as soon as you can make it work. He was like, good. And then he said, do you have any tapes? I said, yes. I sent him some tapes. I actually filmed them with a phone. And then I uploaded them online and sent them to him via email. And then he was like, okay, you have the build, so you have some fundamentals. Yes, I'd offer you a scholarship. And I was so grateful, so happy. And then, of course, the professor called me and spoke with me and did his assessment. It was like, yeah, you're ready to go. So they offered me scholarship. Y'all, let me come back to this. If you allow the naysayers to discourage you from going after your goals and your dreams, you're the one who will lose, not them. Because those people saying you're never going to make it is because they've already given up on their lives. They're jealous. They are jealous. And they don't want to see any other person succeed but them. And it's not like your success is taken away from their success. That's how they feel. So they want to try to block you from rising. Some people just want to be on top and be known as the people who control everything and control the fates of humans. Nobody controls your fate but you. If I had allowed myself to rely on their invitations, their approval, I would have never even made that step. That call would not have come through, advising me to go and do it myself. God is never going to put a dream in your heart that he hasn't given you the power to bring to pass. So quit thinking it is those people around you with the opportunities and the connections that will make it happen. Because in my case, in everything that I've experienced in life, every good thing, it has never been the people who had all the opportunities around me or who had all the resources I needed that helped me. No. God brought people who were completely outside of my circle to come and help me out. So I want to encourage someone who's at the verge of giving up because everybody around you is a naysayer, is negative, is telling you I'm going to make sure I stop you. Nobody can stop you but you. If I can do it, you can. So in my own part, what were the things in my control? Practicing. You know, making sure that I was fit. I continued working out. That was in my control. Seeing myself where I wanted to be. My imagination, that was in my control. Not focusing on the naysayers and getting upset and trying to get back at them was within my control. Because the more I focused on the people who didn't like me, people who wanted me to fail, who didn't want me to travel, who didn't want to invite me to camps, I was distracting myself, because it's the same energy I could have channeled towards getting better at my game and thinking outside the box. You see what I'm saying? It was the same energy I would have been wasting worrying about people who I had no reason worrying about, who have no power to stop the manifestation of my dreams. So because I chose to focus on where I was going and getting better at my craft, the way was opened. The way was open. So you guys, it would have been a whole lot different if I was angry and focused on those people who hated me, who were gossiping and lying against me. It would have been a different story. I know I wouldn't be here right now. Because through the study of personal development and goal creation, I realized that the fact that I focused on building my craft, and in my mind I kept seeing myself where I wanted to be, it made a way. I compelled the Spirit of God to make a way for me. I was not limited by the people, the circumstances I was around and the people around me. I didn't allow them to limit me. I broadened my outlook. But one thing within my control was making sure I was ready, which was practicing my crafts and staying active. And as soon as new ideas came, I acted on the ideas. Although I was almost distracted, but because my desire, I was seeing myself in the US, not the idiot that I was dating at that time, was myself. Because I was focused enough and I saw myself in that dream. Y'all, I'm telling you, I remember I would take walks and go to different places like churches. I'd just walk in there and just like pray in my heart and just like decide, you know, this is what I want. I just see myself there when I'm practicing, I'm playing with other people. I'm acting like I'm already where I wanted to go. And it happened. It happened. So I wrote some things down that I'm going to read out to you guys. One of them is a question, which is the title of the video. Is your dream big enough? If your dream is big enough, you will not allow the pettiness of the people around you to stop you from staying focused on it. Your whole body is going to be vibrating with that dream. Now, here's another thing I want to tell you guys. But first, let me drink some water. I feel my throat tickling. Here's another point I want to pass across. If your dream is big enough, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. So don't be afraid. Stop trying to make people like you. Stop trying to be on the good side of people when it's hurting you. You can be kind to people, but not allow them to walk all over you like you're a human doormat. Trust me, I've been a human doormat in the past, but no more. It's changed. All right? It doesn't pay you. It doesn't do you any good to be a human doormat. The next point I want to pass across is your dream, that dream that you hold so dearly in your heart that you want to see come to pass, it's probably not going to happen through the people you're thinking can help you. Nothing good has ever happened to me that came through the people that I thought were going to help me. Even people who obviously had the resources. They were just not the ones that were assigned to bring about my dream. So quit thinking it's going to be that family member, that rich uncle, that blah, 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 that's going to help you. No member of my family helped me. It was God and me. I did it myself with the help of God. All right? And God used the people, the right people. Because God doesn't ever want to share his glory with anybody. So if there are people in your life who will take the glory for where you are, and God wants to take the glory, God's going to make sure that they never contribute to it. In fact, they would work against it so that you can lose that mentality that gets you thinking that, oh, it has to be them. They have to be the one. No, you got to lose that and let your focus be on God and you practicing your craft. All right? Because God can do anything through you. Can make that dream happen. Now, another one is be open-minded. Don't get so attached to the people around you, the circumstances, thinking, oh, it's going to be this way. It has to be this way. And then if it doesn't happen that way, you get disappointed and you give up. No, be open-minded. Your dream is going to come about the way it's going to come about. But you have to step out of the way and keep practicing. Keep getting better at your craft. Keep being the best that you can be. I kept working out. I kept going out in the hot sun. I kept practicing my craft even when we were off season in the Nigerian league. I just kept working out because I had one goal, which was to score a scholarship, go to the US. And then my goal was to go to college, study, graduate, and also live in the US. Okay, that was my goal, and it happened. Another thing is, don't let the offenses of people distract you. If I had focused on the offenses and the naysayers and all their negativity, I would not have any more energy to go practice and get better at my craft. Because I had to get better. Those people that God has planted to help us, they still want to know that we are capable. We still got to bring something to the table. You can't suck and expect somebody to give you a chance. You want to be proud of yourself and be good at what you're good at. You know what I mean? The Bible says your gift will open doors for you, will bring you in presence of kings. So you got to practice your craft. Next point, don't let the offenses of others distract you. Don't. Whatever they say, whatever they come about, whatever they bring up, don't let it distract you. Because if you do, the same energy you're using, you're wasting in their distraction. The same energy you could have been putting into making yourself better and preparing for that growth, that next level that you want. And where you put your focus, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, that thing grows. So do you want to be more upset and angry, or do you want to be inspired and excited for your next? That's up to you to answer. Next point, do what you can. Do the best that you can. The best you can do is the best you can do. All right? And let the rest go. Do what you can. In my case, what I could do was go out there and practice. I kept practicing. And guess what else? I could reach out to these coaches. I could go on the internet and reach out to them. I kept reaching out to as many as I could, because all I needed was just a yes. From the hundreds of emails I sent, all I needed was a yes, and I got the yes. And then surround yourself with people. Okay, first, before that point, imagine yourself there. Always see yourself in your mind where you want to be. Like my late mentor Bob Proctor, I followed his materials a lot, and I have a lot of his programs as well. He said, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Imagine yourself where you want to be. Don't see yourself apart from the dream. See yourself in it as the actor in your own movie. See yourself accomplishing what it is you want to accomplish. And it'll happen. It'll have no choice but to happen, y'all. Because we are creative beings. We first create in our minds before it becomes a reality in the physical. I promise you. That's how it works. Next, surround yourself with people who can see the best in you. Even if it's just one person. That's the final point. Surround yourself with people who can see the best in you. If you're always around the naysayers and people who just drain your energy, it won't help you. Try to find that one person. I promise you, if you look closely, there is that one person around you who always wants to see the best in you. I had such people. They watched my game. They were just happy. They wanted to see me succeed. And then I had a lot of the people who were closest to me who were always around me. I played ball around. They were like the people who didn't really want to see me succeed. They were not supportive. I found my own circle. You can find your own circle. You don't have to spend time with people who drain the life out of you. There is one person who believes in you. Spend more time around people like that, and the right people who just see the best in you. Because if somebody believes in you, even if it's just one person, it makes you feel good. It's like, wow. It makes you feel like you can do anything. And you want that one person. And if you don't know who that one person is, be that person for you. Read books, the right kind of books and materials that will help you build belief and faith in yourself. All right. I've had times when I felt lonely, like nobody understood, nobody wanted me to succeed, but those times I studied books, read stories of people who overcame a whole lot. In the midst of naysayers, they still broke through. And thank God for podcasts. You're watching this podcast today because I believe in you. I'm in your corner. All right? You're going to make it. If your dream is big enough, nothing and no one can stand in the way of its manifestation. You hear me? So just do the things that have been highlighted in this video. Watch this video again, a second time, a third time, a fourth time. Watch it. Take note of all the points that I listed here. Listen to my story again. You would see that there is a pattern to success. And it always starts with, what do you really want? Are you going to be disciplined enough to focus on it and not allow the naysayers to discourage you from it? Or are you going to allow your mind to move helter-skelter based on who likes you, who doesn't like you, what's going on and what's not going on? The choice is up to you. But I do believe that you're going to succeed. I do believe that things are going to work out for you. Help yourself help you. All right? So thank you for watching today. I'm going to lean back again, y'all. My baby's kicking my butt. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome and amazing. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like, you subscribe, you share with family and friends. It's December, everybody. I'm wishing you well. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Amazing miracles happening in your life. Dreams coming true. Wonderful people coming into your life to help you manifest your goals and your dreams. All right? I hope I'm one of them. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Now, there are different ways I can help you out. You can check out my travel business. I can help plan your vacation and send you anywhere you want to go around the world. You can support through Cash App, through PayPal. All of the links are in the description box below. However you want to be a part of this, I've listed out the ways that you can be in the description box below. So check them out. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, wonderful, amazing, sweet, and lovely people. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Bye, guys.